People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Now the first thing that is popping in the news is an update about a video that I see circulating all over social media. And it pertains to a young man in his early 20s. His name is Chad. Based on the information, it is said that those popo in the blue suits, they went over to Tivoli Gardens and don't know exactly what transpired. However, after the smoke cleared, Chad was taken out. The popo came outside saying that they found some sort of tool, a 9 or a 4/5. Now people, I was not there. I cannot say if they did or they didn't. Would not be surprised if they didn't. Now people, the thing that is kind of shocking about the whole thing is that the difference in the side of the story as it pertains to the popo, he is a suspect in all sorts of pasa. And then the residents are saying something completely different. He is an innocent youth. He has not done anything. He is a saint. He is a church boy. He is an altar boy. No sorts of criminal background. What was also very shocking and kind of disturbing is that there was a video of the parents, meaning the mother and the father, and they were putting down all sorts of crocodile tears because they were saying that this youth is a good youth. He does not even go outside. He sits in the house and he is on his Wi-Fi. He is always on social media. He is always keeping himself occupied, keeping himself out of trouble. Now people, like me say, that is the side of the parents, the mother and the father, and also the side of the residents in Tivoli Gardens, polar opposite to what the popo are saying. Now people, when I did some sort of check on the inside and I asked what type of youth this youth Chad is, and based on the feedback that I am getting, it is said that Chad is a very skilled youth in the art of football, soccer them call it in America. Chad was supposed to go overseas to play football on some sort of scholarship because of his God-given talent, God-given ability as it pertains to that sports. However, Chad opted not to go. Chad decided that, listen, I want to stay in Jamaica. Now people, remember, this is Tivoli Gardens, and I am not saying that people in Tivoli Gardens are not doing well for themselves. However, as a young youth growing up in Jamaica, just speaking in general, if you're from the garrison and you get any sorts of opportunity, if it is not educational, if it's sports, if it's track and field, if it's any sorts of thing being an artist, you are supposed to take that opportunity and you run with it because you are thinking about a better future. You are thinking about elevating yourself out of the garrison. However, people, based on information that I got from several people, specifically one source, that person said that, listen, Chad have skills. However, Chad brother mix up. Chad is also mix up. Now people, before I proceed, there were also conflicting reports that when the popo came, they actually came for Chad's brother because Chad's brother is also mixed up. So it might have been a case of mistaken identity. Based on the information, it is said that the brother took himself just before the popo came. So when the popo come, obviously the popo did not know that this is a different brother. However, based on information, like I said, both of them are mixed up. Both of them are shatters. Both of them are involved in all sorts of extortion. From A to Z criminality, they are involved according to the source. Now people, like you say, the video is out there and you saw the reaction of the residents in Tivoli Gardens. Now people, when we think about Tivoli Gardens is like a cult. Tivoli Gardens have the kind of attitude that it is them against the world. Tivoli Gardens feel as if they are supposed to defend their own, whether that person is wrong or right. And people, we've learned that since Zeke's, Dodos, perfect examples of the type of mentality that most of these persons have. Them basically idolize. They basically like the gangsterism because, like I said, a lot, well, not a lot, enough of these people living in Tivoli Gardens, they are dependent on the criminal activity. Now, people, the next thing, it is a known fact that, listen, whenever anything goes down, you are going to support. So therefore, it is like an unwritten rule that whatever goes down, whether is the worst criminal ever to mankind, you are going to say that he is innocent. So therefore, there's like a script that everybody in Tivoli Gardens go by. So therefore, if you are not support, that means that you are against. And people, whenever you are against, that means that you are the opposition. So therefore, you know what happens to the opposition and them friends, them allies. Them get murked. And you don't want that, especially when you live in the center of everything. So people, at the end of the day, the moral of the story is this. Chad had potential. Chad had an opportunity based on the information that I am getting. However, Chad opted not to take that opportunity. Chad opted to seek the part of his brother being some sort of criminal. Now, people, like me say, this platform is open to correction. So therefore, if the family member, if anybody else that lives in Tivoli Gardens know any better information or know any better facts, you could leave a comment. You could WhatsApp me 1-876-894-2711 and say you have the truth about Chad. In our text, I will respond and I will give you that opportunity, whether it be a voice note, whether it be some sort of video, whatever you choose, to give your side of the story. Some people, like me say, word on the street is not always 100% proof. This is social media. Believe half of what you hear, believe half of what you see. However, people, wherever there is smoke, there is always fire. So people, I do not believe, not saying that it is not possible, that the popo would just go in a house, take out a young man without there being some sort of misunderstanding. So therefore, whether the brother was involved, and people, the truth and the facts is that justice is justice. So therefore, if you go for one brother, you are not supposed to take out the brother. However, based upon the information that I got, it is said that both brothers are involved. Now, people, what is very disturbing about the whole thing is that these parents nowadays that know that them have sons that bad, or cousins, or family member, people in the family tree that bad, that they are harboring in their house. They have to realize that, listen, whenever you have any sorts of criminal element in your house and the popo come, if you lose your life or if you don't lose your life, you should consider yourself very lucky, because people, like them say, once you sleep with the enemy, you DIE with the enemy. And these criminals, they are enemies of the state. Point blank and period.